When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the UCLA Bruins. And the Bruins will put toe to leather and will get started. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense will go on the attack first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Running back searching for a hole. Turning it on! It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Bruins offense will go to work for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads, showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. To the air, it's Nelson. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo. Grabbed behind the line, it's Lawson. He did not make it a stonewall on third down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that fourth down, and of course they go out and get it.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. This time it's complete. And he'll be brought down. And the Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Might be looking to run. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big...
Touchdown, UCLA! A great catch and run for 6. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Logan. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
That's caught. It's Smith. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He'll try to do it. It breaks into the open. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Bruins headed quickly to the line. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He wants it all. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there. Now it's 4th down.
And the Bruins will try to pick it up on 4th down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Bruins. Fitted in the window for the score.
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
UCLA 14, Purdue 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Harris. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? back to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8 clap.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
Fires to the big fella. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman, you think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
The Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow. They don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill. Go get the running back. Get a tackle for a loss.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. That's caught. It's Frazier. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The defense is backed up as the offense is in the red zone. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Bruins come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They think there's room to run to the right here. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll test the right side. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Bruins kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, UCLA! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. The Boilermakers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They booted away on 4th down. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. To the air, it's Nelson. It's complete to the left.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you've got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big...
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
A designed run for the quarterback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Bruins are in the hurry-up. He might want another play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Boilermakers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime. Can't
find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And And that's now their third sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front seven. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Scanning the field, it's Nelson. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Into the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Only 7 seconds remaining in the first half. Let's see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update.
The Boilermakers will line up to kick off and start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Everett. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. He fires to the left side. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
And the Bruins just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw, it's Gore. He's got him. And the defense settled in to stop that before a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Going downfield for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Just keeps slinging it. Spits it out to the back. catch in the middle. It's Cox. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Bruins. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They go to the ground. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to...
He's got it along the sideline. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second.
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success. And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
They're trying to slam it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown! Try the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Wants to throw. It's Gore. Under fire. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Bruins will hustle to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
And the Bruins, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Skips away from pressure. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Frazier. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Bruins are rolling down the field.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off the RPO, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Off the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Gore. He's moving out of the pocket. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 10. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
First and goal, UCLA.
Looking to get it in. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They moved him forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Touchdown, UCLA! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much in the defense. QB runs in for 6.
45, Purdue, 7.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Leaves it with the back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. To throw, it's Gore. Back open in the middle.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Quarterback moving. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Bruins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. He'll pull it down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeps it on the draw. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. There he goes. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Purdue!
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snags a quick pass on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Bruins moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Gore. Caught, close to the marker, it's Frazier. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Gets the back moving. To the air on first down. Moving away from pressure. Going to try to get, turning it on. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running, too. This guy is
going over the top. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This reminds me of the guy I used to play for in college down in Gainesville, the head ball coach. He used to like to do this. He would have big leads in the fourth quarter. He was still letting his QBs throw it deep down the field.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Off play action. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. Got some room to run. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Boilermaker! The defense putting points on the board.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, and build some momentum for some future games.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Pressure coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Hauls it in. On the move at the 30. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. The Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they could ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
And the Bruins in the hurry-up.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz. He sees it, and that's what he...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield and made the tackle for loss.
Fights off a defender. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Boilermakers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Dropping back, it's Gore. Finds his man, it's Frazier. Open space at the 25. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
And the Boilermakers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory. Breaks into the open. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up.
First down for the offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lawson. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
66, Purdue, 21.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad.
Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. He's got it on the run. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And right down the middle.
73, Purdue 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The corners are walked up tight. Looking to throw on first down. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense.
He unleashes a long one. Brings it in down the left side. And he takes it in on the final play of the game.